Sitting up nice and tall, feet flat to the floor. All the way back in the chair, letting it support you. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose or the mouth. Feeling the spine get a little taller as we take each breath in. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the hips, a little bit more with each out breath. As you take your next out breath, in breath, let's sweep the arms up overhead, pressing the palms together. Exhale, bringing them down in front of your chest. We'll hold here while we breathe in and out. Now, as you breathe out, we'll gently lower the chin towards the chest. Your eye gaze can look towards the fingertips or past them to the floor. Or you can have your eyes closed if you'd like. As you draw your next breath in, we'll lift up the eye gaze and the chin towards the ceiling, staying in a comfortable range, but you can breathe easily while holding. As we take our next breath in, let's bring the gaze level and exhale, looking towards the right side. Hips and shoulders are going to stay facing forward. Finding a comfortable range that your shoulders can relax and you can breathe into. Next inhale, facing back to the front, breathing out, looking over to the left side. Enjoying the stretch, enjoying your breath and the music. Our next inhale, we'll face back to the front, leveling the chin and breathing out, leaning our ear towards the right shoulder. Holding it in a spot that feels comfortable as you breathe. That doesn't feel forced. Our next inhale, we'll bring it back centered, leveling the chin, and exhale, lean to the left side this time. Gently pressing the palms into each other. The shoulders melting away from the ears. Feeling the chest expand as we breathe in to help loosen up the muscles. Breathing in, we'll bring the head back center. Exhale. The next in-breath, we'll sweep the arms up overhead, gently pressing the palms together. And exhale, drawing them down. Pausing here while we breathe in and out. Hands can come to your thighs or the arms of the chair while we slide forward halfway. Ankles are going to be underneath the knees in line with the hips, or you can squeeze them together as we move into rotational twist. Breathing in, the rib cage is going to lift up. We'll give a little tuck of the pelvis to stabilize the spine. And on your next exhale, the right shoulder pulls back as the left one comes forward. The left hand can come between the legs or reach for the outside of the right thigh. The right hand can come to your hip, the arm of the chair, the seat of the chair, or hang it over the side. If you'd like, your eye gaze can stay forward, out in front of you on the floor a few feet, or have it drift over to the right side. Taking a deep breath in. As you release the air, gently release your pose, making your way back to the front, where we're going to inhale, reset the posture, and breathing out, left shoulder pulls back as the right one comes forward. Hips and knees are going to stay facing the front. Each breath in, we're going to imagine our spine lengthening, getting a little longer, putting some space between the vertebrae. Let's draw one more breath in as we release the air. Gently release the pose, coming back to the front, where we're going to inhale, reset the posture, and exhale over to the right side for one more time. You want the chin can be level, looking straight forward, whichever direction you're facing, or you can pick the floor a few feet in front of you. You can choose to breathe deeply, noticing how you feel it in your body, or you can breathe a little lighter. One more full breath in, gently release as we let go, coming back to the front. Final time, resetting the posture and breathing out, taking it over to the left side. Let's take one more deep breath in, gently release, facing back to the front. Breathing in, sweeping the arms up overhead, pressing the palms together, and exhale, lowering down. Pausing here while we breathe in, and gently let it out. We're gonna lengthen the legs out in front for our forward fold sequence. Legs can be together or comfortably apart. We'll bring the hands to the thighs, breathing in, supporting the midsection, bracing the spine, and exhale, keeping the belly strong as we gently hinge it forward, sliding down to a comfortable position. Eyes can be towards your feet, or you can look towards your knees, making sure we don't drop the chin towards the chest. Feeling the belly expand as we breathe in, feeling it in our lower body, feeling the hips soften as we breathe out. As we take our next breath in, the chest comes up in our halfway lift. The hands can stop below the knees or right above them. Next breath in, we'll think nice and long from tailbone up into the head. And breathing out, we're gonna relax those shoulder blades down towards your back pockets. This time we wanna look towards our toes or a foot or so in front of them. Feeling a nice stretch, as well as the back body muscles working hard to hold us up. Taking another deep breath in, really feel the spine get longer, strong belly as we breathe out and dive a little deeper into our forward fold. We don't want any of our stretching to be painful, maybe slightly uncomfortable, that as we breathe and hold, we start to relax. Let's take our next breath in, coming into that halfway lift. Strong midsection, hands stopping below or right above the knees. We want to make sure that we don't press directly on them. Taking our next breath in, let's come up so shoulders are over hips. Breathing out, ankles slide underneath the knees. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Eye gaze can follow if you'd like. And breathing out, pulling them down in front of your heart. Pausing here for that breath in and the breath out. Knees and ankles are gonna step outside the hips so the toes point to the corners. And we're gonna come into our goddess sequence. So we're gonna breathe the arms out wide to the side, taking them up overhead, keeping them shoulder width apart. As we exhale, let's bend at the elbows, pulling them in closer to the body for cactus arms. Now while we hold here, we wanna push into our feet, squeeze our butt to feel those muscles working in the back of the legs, in your glutes. And breathing in, we're gonna lift the rib cage up a little higher, bracing the core. And as we draw our next breath in, arms are gonna reach up overhead. Go ahead and relax the muscles. And breathing out, let's create that tension again. Squeezing the shoulder blades together and down. Little scoop of the pelvis. Feeling the back active. Posture looks beautiful. Nice and strong. And inhale, relax the body as the arms come up. And exhale one more time, pulling down into it, setting the shoulders, engage the muscles, pressing into the feet, big toe, little toe, and heel, all anchored to the floor. Breathing in, let's relax, and exhale, opening up. Shake out the arms and legs. Right knee is gonna stay bent and to the corner. Left leg we can extend out in front, or finding whatever feels comfortable for you for a warrior two seated. So that leg can be more out in front. You can slide it out to the corner, Finding whatever feels comfortable through the ankle, the knee, and the hip. And opening up the chest to the front of the room, we'll extend the arms out to the side like we want to touch the walls. Eye gaze can stay forward, or we can look over towards the right side. And now we're going to extend our warrior. We want to reach and slide the rib cage over to the right side. That hand or the elbow can come to the thigh while that left arm sweeps up to give us a nice stretch down the left side of the body. Now if you want to look down towards the floor, seeing that the knee is lined up, point in the same direction as your toes. Relaxing that top shoulder so it's not up by the ear. Let's set down. And as we take our next breath in, let's square back up so shoulders are over hips, and we'll come into Sun Warrior. So the right arm's going to come up overhead as that left arm comes to the hip or down the leg, and the rib cage is going to move a little closer to the hip as we make a little C shape. As we breathe in, the chest is going to stay lifted. If you want, eye gaze can look up, out to the front, or down towards the floor, or anywhere in between.
You could make pictures. Margaret's exercise garden, life, Canton, and warriors.
And let's take a deep breath in. Let's make our way back center. And exhale, arms can come down. We'll shake it out. Right knee is going to stay to corner. Left knee is going to bend. And let's revisit goddess pose. Breathing in, we'll take the arms up overhead. And exhale, pulling those elbows in. Sliding the shoulder blades down and together. Pressing into the feet. Full body work. Muscle contraction while we hold it here. But try and relax the face. And breathing in, let's take the arms up. And breathing out, let's take it back to that place. As we breathe out, you can breathe out through the fake straw in your mouth, or continue to breathe in and out through the nose. And on your next in-breath, let's reach it up, relaxing the legs, and take it down. A little shake of the arms. Left knee is going to stay in place. Let's adjust that right leg for a warrior two stance. You can lift and level through the hips if you need to get a bit more comfortable. And once you are set, let's lift the shoulders over hips, breathing the arms out to the sides. And if you want, you can stay looking forward or looking down that left arm. Hands feel relaxed and just floating there. Growing a little taller with each breath in. Feeling the core muscles engaged to help stabilize the trunk of our body. And next breath we take in, let's slide the rib cage over to the left, elbow or hand to the thigh. So that right arm sweeps up and over for a nice stretch down the right side of the body. Now that left arm is an anchor point, not just to help hold us up, but to help hold the chest where you can. Pull that left shoulder through to square the chest up more to the front, or that left shoulder can pull back and take away some of that tension. Feeling the breath flow in through the nose. Exhale as we press down into the feet. Next breath in, we're going to lift the shoulders back up over the hips. And let's take it into our Sun Warrior. Right hand to thigh or down, to the hip as the left arm reaches up. And that nice C shape over to the right side. You can soften through the elbow, relax through the fingers, and look in where it feels comfortable. In case you're thinking that this feels awkward, you're right, it does feel awkward. Each breath in, we'll think to lift up the chest. Each breath out, we're gonna relax the shoulders a bit more. Holding strong in the legs, but letting the breath move us. And next inhale, let's bring it back to our warrior two. And breathing out, lowering the hands down, facing back to the front. We'll sweep the arms up overhead, pressing the palms together, and bring them down into your heart space. Breathing in and out. Hands to the arms of the chair as we slide back. Right leg is gonna extend so we can draw some circles with the toes. Nice and easy. And change the direction. Taking it over to the left foot. Changing the direction. Gently placing that foot to the floor, and let's roll out the wrists. Nice easy circles. Changing the direction. And now placing the hands wherever you feel would be most comfortable as we come into our relaxation and meditation. Sliding back all the way in the chair. Let the back of it support you. If you want, you can keep the ankles directly underneath the knees, or maybe it feels better to slide them a little further forward so your leg muscles can relax just a bit more. Whenever you're feeling settled and comfortable, gently allow the eyes to close. And then you're going to check in with the body. Seeing if there are any areas of tension. Checking the legs, neck and shoulders, and your face. Making any necessary adjustments. Any small movements to get yourself just a little bit more comfortable. And once you've come to stillness again, let's mark this point with 2 long, slow, deep breaths. There are 4 parts to the breath. The inhale, the top of the breath, the exhale, and then the stillness at the end of the breath. Today we're going to place special attention on the out breath. We're We're gonna ride the wave of the out-breath into the stillness before the next breath begins. Let's feel the body. Feel the pressure in the body as we breathe in, feeling the breath reaching its peak, and then allowing yourself to ride the wave of the breath into stillness. Just letting the breath cycle naturally. All you're gonna do is just place that special attention, that awareness on each out-breath. And then riding it into the stillness. We may notice that we're thinking about the breath. You might be asking questions like, what is a normal breath? How long should it be? We just want to recognize that these are thoughts, just like any other thought. And gently guide our attention back to the body and back to what the movement of your breath feels like. And riding the out-breath into stillness. We might become aware of the heartbeat in that space of stillness. We might become aware of the sound of our breath or any other sounds that are happening in the room. We're just gonna observe the experience as it is. We're not gonna judge the experience. We're just gonna let it be exactly as it is. Let's see where the mind is now. And if it's wandered into thoughts, let's gently guide it back to the breath. And seeing how long we can comfortably rest in the stillness at the end of the out-breath. Using no extra effort, just resting in that space before the next breath begins. And as our relaxation and meditation starts to come to an end, let's become aware of our bodies and bring that awareness through some gentle movement. Maybe you want to start with the fingers and the toes. letting it come into the arms and the legs. If it feels right, you can stretch out nice and long. Maybe you wanna gently move the head and the neck around. And when you feel ready, feet are gonna come back to the floor. We'll breathe in, taking the arms up overhead, pressing the palms together. Exhale, lowering them down, and namaste. Thank you all for joining me today.
Does this give you